There is significant evidence of collusion, and we've set that out time and time again. There's a difference between compelling evidence of collusion and whether the special counsel concludes that he can prove beyond a reasonable doubt the criminal charge of conspiracy.
House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff insisting that there is proof of collusion between the president's campaign and Russia. But now that we see the Mueller report disagrees, should he step down as head of the committee? Here now to debate it is former Obama administration official Roger Fisk and Independent Women's Forum fellow Beverly Hallberg. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Going to be a very busy day with lots of responses to the Mueller report and AG Barr's summary itself. Beverly, I'll begin with you. What do you think about that in terms of Schiff? You know, should he step down? He's still insisting that there is collusion.
Well, no Democrat is going to ask him to step down. I think what we should push for, and we're hearing prominent Republicans do this, is ask at least for an apology. When you play those clips back to back, it shows how much, not just an assumption that there was some type of collusion between Trump and Russia, but coming out and saying there's significant evidence. What we know from this Mueller report is that's not the case. So I think there's a serious expectations issue with Adam Schiff. And what I would hope moving forward is that he's more careful with his words. But unfortunately, I think for America, what we're going to see is that Democrats, including Adam Schiff, are going to continue to go after Trump. I think we can expect to see more of this in other areas, not revolving around collusion.
And Roger, what are your thoughts?
Good morning. It's great to be here with you and Beverly. It's interesting to hear the call for apologies. I think back to, where this all started. And I've said all along we need to see the report, and I hold to that to this day. We actually need to see the report. We don't need to see a summary by the Attorney General, whose views on a lot of these matters were well known.
But Republicans are saying we should see the report as well.
I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm all for transparency and releasing the report, too.
Fantastic. A little bit of context, though, if we're talking about apologies, Vice President Pence went on Face the Nation in January of 2017 and said there were no contacts between the campaign and Russia. Now we know of about 115. The president campaigned saying he had no business deals in Russia. Now we know about the hotel. And while Vice President Pence was on Face the Nation, we know that the president was down the hall in the White House cutting checks for hush payments to a porn star. So this is not a profile in courage. So people that are spiking the football and calling this like the big win, I think are mistaken. This is a good day for the president. There's no way of getting around that. And then the other thing is how much of this AG's letter obfuscates some of the details of the report. I stick to my original point. I'll make all my judgments when the report comes out, and I'm glad that we're all in agreement on that.
You mentioned some of those indictments associated with this, 37 total, but none of those involved Russia collusion. Beverly?
Well, and I'm not surprised to hear what Roger is saying. I do agree, Roger, that we should see the full report. I know plenty of Democrats are saying that since William Barr is the one who released this letter, talking about the memo, they say he's a Trump appointee, so we do need to see the entire report. I agree with that. Let's see it. But at the same time, even hearing what Democrats are talking about today, you know that the issue with Trump isn't dead, because this is going to move into other areas, what his family dealings are, what his business dealings are, what his taxes are, and other issues that he has specifically in New York and some legal issues there. So I think what we're going to see up until 2020 is that while the Russian case, I believe, is settled at this point, the Democrats are going to do anything they can to embarrass Trump, partially because they dislike him very much, but also because they want to use this for their advantage in 2020.
And is that a wise move, Roger, in terms of Democrats? Because we already see the fatigue associated with this particular investigation. When you do poll after poll, you ask people, are you over it? Should it be wrapped up and finished? They say yes. But now we hear Democrats already yesterday coming out making pretty clear that they're going to continue this investigation of the president in other ways. Already, this investigation, the Mueller investigation, cost taxpayers $25.2 million. So we're going to do it all over again?
Well, $25 million pales compared to what the federal government spends with the president's trips to Mar-a-Lago, which I think the price tag is $60 million. When you say that the charges have nothing to do with Russia and nothing to do with collusion, it makes sense that a liar hires liars. So this is just a circle of liars. But you would think that, like, one would lie about a stock deal, one would lie about a real estate deal or whatever. They all lied about Russia. If there was nothing there, then why did Flynn lie about Russia? Why did Gates lie about Russia? All these things. So that's why I would counsel my friends across the aisle to not get ahead of themselves on this. There's a lot more to come out just within this report, but I agree with Beverly, and I've said all along, anyone running for office in 2020 needs to start with a blank piece of paper, lay out exactly what they want to do for their voters, and they have to make the basis of their campaign and their candidacy completely separate from Trump, collusion, Mueller report, et cetera.
Well, we will see if and when the Mueller report is actually released in its entirety, if that is good enough for Democrats moving forward. Roger, Beverly, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, you too.